I'm working on moving stuff out. Got my buddy Andy here doing some heavy lifting, as you can see. Much appreciated, Andy. What do we got in here? What's in the back of this van, huh? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Some chairs, some more bookcases. Nice, guys. Hopefully you've been enjoying the uploads over the past few days. Yeah, that most recent vlog was just like pieces of vlogs that I started throughout this whole beginning of the year. But yeah, now I'll be back at it more consistently, especially during this move process. I think it's gonna be dope. The one thing about having my collection at like as big as it is like there's not really been a time where I can really set up a dope setup for each of my different type of collections. So I'm really excited to finally be able to share those collection videos and everything like that once everything's set up. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, off to the house to drop off this first load of the day. What's going on over here? Nice, nice. It's almost downstairs. Nice. So,
fire.
Opened up a box of fire right here. Bait blankets, all the goodie bag stuff that came with the catalogs. Original 100s Disney sticker. LA opening day bait tee. The prints from last year at the Summer Boys event. Bait toilet paper, bait toilet paper. Yo, it's crazy. This box is fire. This pair right here is a pair I'm actually really happy I found. I was very disappointed with myself. I thought at one point I might have sold them because I couldn't find them anywhere. Turns out they're in one of these boxes here. But these are the Space Jams that released last time. Not this past holiday season where a lot of you guys got Space Jams for the first time. I lined up for these when they released last time. I got two pairs. One pair was DS, which I sold later. And this pair, which I kept. In the box, I have my ticket to the Grammy and the little book you got at the Grammys as well. In 2010, the homie Greg Street hooked it up with a ticket. I was able to go. I was sitting right next to Sci-Hi the Prince, who I'd already met previously, so I was chopping it up with him. And overall, honestly, it was one of the most epic nights of pretty much my whole life. And it's all due to people sharing the same, passion for sneakers. So definitely appreciate Street. Shoutouts to Greg Street. And yeah, this is just one of many throwback gems that I found in these boxes, and I can't wait to have my whole sneaker setup and just collection in general on display. I'm going to be working on it over the next month to get all this dope stuff on display. Very much like Shoeseum had his stuff on display. Ever since I saw that, and even before I saw that, I've always wanted to put a setup together with all this unique, cool stuff that I've been collecting for so long. And this is the year I'm finally going to do it. Really waiting for everyone else, so watching some Gary Vaynerchuk vlogs real quick. And then hey. We got the support on deck, the Santa Boys. Y'all back at it with the moving vlogs. The Givenchy sandals with the Bape sweatpants. And yeah, today working on setting up the video game stuff. So what I'm going to be doing is having a timeline of everything from Nintendo all the way till present day. So Xbox, all that, have that all in its sorted place. So going through these boxes, organizing, and then putting all the games up on display right now. Alright, so for the first time pretty much ever, I have all my video games in one room right now at the house. Just left to get food. Now it's time to put everything onto shelves. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. That's something that I've literally wanted to do for as long as I can remember since being a kid. There's just like so much stuff everywhere that I can never really get it all into one spot. And same thing continued with my shoes later on and stuff like that. So once again, I'm really excited to just get everything for my collection set up on display in one spot. It's gonna be so awesome. I'm really excited. All right, guys. So this isn't everything, but it's darn near. Let me run through some of it real briefly. It's not exactly in the right order in some cases, but anyways, sealed Nintendo games, then loose Nintendo games, sealed Nintendo peripherals, and the Nintendo. Super Nintendo, the system. A lot of these games on this shelf are actually in the box, complete with manuals. These are my originals from childhood. Then some games that are also from childhood or bought in early teen years on eBay as soon as that was a thing. Then boxes to the games that I traded in to get my N64. Back in the day, they wouldn't take the boxes, and I didn't want to just throw them out. And I'm happy I didn't do so, because in a lot of cases now the boxes are collector's items, because everyone else did trade in their games and then therefore did throw away their boxes. Some import Super Nintendo games. These Dragon Ball games I actually had as a kid. So my original Super Nintendo, I mod it, and by that I mean cut out little clips in the back so that those games would run in it. More recently, I've actually been to Japan finally, so these are some games I picked up out there in Japan. Here are a lot of Game Boy Color games, mainly just empty boxes of games that I traded in for the most part. One Virtual Boy game that I got for the eBay right there, and then a sealed Game Boy game. Game Boy printer. Here we have N64. Most of the games I have, some of them have books, some of them, it's just a mix of stuff. Here's a DS South Park, some Japanese import, N64 games, Smash Brothers, Animal Crossing, which is awesome because it never came out in America on N64, and then Ocarina of Time, I got that the last time I was in Japan. Before Game Boy Advance came out in America, I bought the Japanese import system and some games. This was one of the games, as well as this I got later on in the GBA life cycle, I think. I don't think this was a launch title, I could be wrong. Then some like kind of crappy GBA games. Some of them are launch titles. I remember Pitfall was a launch title. I think Rayman was. Then they had Nintendo Classic games that came out later. These are a lot more of what I consider to be the lit GBA games. So there's that collection right there. Then one of my favorite systems of all time, GameCube. An amazing library that gets looked over a lot. Definitely import some Japanese games. Have a lot of fond memories with the GameCube. Resident Evil Collector's Edition. Next up we have DS and 3DS. Some sealed 3DS Collector's Editions. My Wii collection. Wii Sports. Up here we got Wii U. Some sealed, not really collector's editions, but amiibos. So yeah, some of them, actually the Zelda might be a collector's edition, I don't really remember, but the others I think are just kind of regular. Some Wiimotes. My PlayStation collection. Imported games there as well, Mega Man, Dragon Ball, DDR, stuff like that. PS2 collections, another one of the best systems of all time. Traded in kind of a decent amount of my library, so I had even more than this back in the day. PSP, luckily I still have all of my PSP games. However, I don't have my PSP Go anymore, which really sucks because I actually really like that system. PS3, by this point, I had learned not to trade any more games in. Kind of took me a while to realize that. My PS4 collection. Xbox, I traded in a bunch of those, but these first like 10 or so games are all the original Xbox. Then Xbox 360. And then I only have one Xbox One game. That's it. PS4 is my main thing. And then a lot of collector's editions for Xbox 360. And then this is a section I'm really proud of. I used to collect GBAs and stuff like that before I ever collected sneakers. I actually had more than these. I had like a bunch of... This one's actually DS. It's still sealed, the SpongeBob one. But I had a whole bunch more GBAs back in the day. I still collect the 3DSs. I started with the XLs, and I went pretty ham. I have most of them. I don't have all of them. I have most of them. And then here's the new 3DS XLs. I have a decent amount of those as well. Some DSs. I have even more boxes somewhere. Mainly DS Lites. I have a lot of... I think for DSs, these are the only two like OG DSs that I have. There's another DS Lite. And yeah, guys, that is most of my video game collection. There's still some pieces not there and whatnot, but it's pretty exciting to finally see basically 30 years of game collecting all in one place. So really happy with this setup. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what game system you guys like the best. Till next time, guys. Peace. Thanks for watching.